Grand Rising, all. All right. So today I'm going to talk to the ladies, my fellow ladies. How are you? How you feeling today? This is probably going to trigger you a bit with the information I'm going to be sharing, questions I'm going to be asking. But I want you to sit with yourself and ask yourself these questions, because then and only then can you get the answers to find yourself again, okay? And it comes from nothing but love. So let me ask you, when did you forget who you were? Sit with that for a moment. How about what made you forget who you were? Yeah, you might not want to sit with these, but it's okay. It's okay to ask yourself these questions. Because then and only then can you find yourself. But also, too, when did you stop leading with your heart? Who broke that? Now a deeper question. Did you give them permission to do that? Or did you just allow it? See, here's the kicker. Not everything that happened to you was the other person's fault. Yeah, that one's going to sting a little. And before y'all want to come at me with anything, let me give you a little bit of background history on myself. Okay? I've been raped multiple times. I've been narcissistically abused by many, many people, pretty much everybody in my life. Gaslit, manipulated. They didn't count on me waking up to find me, to see me, to love me. And that's why I say, when did you allow them to put you in those situations? When did you allow yourself to give your power away to everybody else but yourself? And I gotta say, sorry, not sorry for these triggers. These are the things that I've sat with and asked myself. And it's my turn to share this information with other people, so that way you can find your way back to yourself. So you can find that love in your heart that you've been searching for everywhere external, but the internal person. See, us women, we were never taught to love ourselves. We were taught to give and give and give. And hey, when your cup is dang near only has a few drops in it, well, you got to give that too, right? Wrong. Wrong, ladies. That's not how we were supposed to be. That was us giving to the point where we allowed people to break us. Or heck, we even broke ourselves, right? And we forgot to love not only ourselves, but to love other people. To lead with our hearts, not our minds. See, all these distractions and stuff, TV, doomsday scrolling on your phone. That's your brain trying to recalibrate itself to go back to a much more simpler, happy time. And you're just distracting yourself from finding your true self. Finding that internal love within. Releasing everything and anything that does not belong to you. And then we started projecting things on not only each other, but other people too. We were taught to hate, our fellow women We were also taught to hate men. And that's the kicker. That is the answer right there. We were taught that. We weren't born with it. Right? Go back and look at that. When you were younger, did you care what your friends looked like? Did you care if they were a different color? Did you even stop and think about that stuff? No. Why? Because deep down inside, we all know that we are one race, one love. We're the human race. And if we forget that, we're screwed. Because then we stop loving anybody on that spectrum. And we're all going through stuff. But can we meet each other where we're at? Can we hold that space of love for somebody who's going through some major stuff? Maybe we don't need to understand. I'm not going to say understand, because I am not above you. You are not above me. We are on equal ground. So understand comes from inside. Understand means that somebody is above you. And you know what? Ain't nobody above us but God, source, universe, right? We're all equal. We're all born equal. We forget that because we're taught if one of us comes from maybe not so much financial means, that they're beneath us, they're below us. But you don't know what kind of heart that person has. God works in mysterious ways. And we kind of forget that along the way. And then we have to remember it, and we go through a lot, purging a lot of stuff. And then we got to sit with ourselves and be like, wow, my mind was so silly. So silly. Because we learn to even hate ourselves. Let me ask you ladies something. Can you actually look at yourself in the mirror? Really look at your eyes. Now, we're not talking about putting makeup on, doing your hair, none of that stuff. And as you can see, I'm bare. This is me, bare naked. Woohoo! This is my beauty shining. There ain't no makeup, no nothing on me. Now, back to the mirror. Can you make eye contact? Thanks, Lynn. Love you, girl. Can you make eye contact with yourself and really look at yourself? Or are there windows to your own soul too much for you to bear? Can you take loving, we'll say criticism in a way? Can you sit with that criticism? Can you ask yourselves questions about that? And is it coming from the heart, or is it coming just no filter from the brain? Because the no filter from the brain, that hurts other people. That's not love. Coming from the heart, it's more of a place of love. Ooh, that sun's getting bright. But stop and think about these things. Start asking yourselves questions. Kind of look back, reflect, and think. Was it somebody that told me something that made me feel a certain way about maybe somebody else, or a certain thing that I used to enjoy doing that kind of makes me not want to do it anymore, or whatever? Or was it you? Did you tell yourself, oh, I don't like that person because I've heard all these things, or I don't want to do that anymore because, this person told me that this, that, and the other thing. But if that brings you joy, why'd you stop doing it? Does somebody criticize you about, say, the way you danced, that it wasn't good enough, somebody else could do it better? The way you created art, oh, it's not good enough, somebody else could do it better. Who gives them that right to tell you what's your creation, what makes you happy, dancing, whatever that creative spark is? Who gets to tell you that it's not good enough? Did you tell yourself that? Bet not. And at some point, if you did, where did that come from? Who taught you that? Who taught you to think that way? Who taught you to say, look at another fellow sister? Whether it's blood or not, still your sister. Who told you to look at her and decide something about her? You know, that there's jealousy, envy, whatever the heck the case may be. Because I know we've all been there. I'm going to admit I did too at some point in time. But I had to sit with myself. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect and that I don't do that anymore. But I do catch myself. As soon as the thoughts start popping up, I'm like, whoa, what the heck is this? This is a negative thought about this person or that person or even myself. Where did that come from? Is that me? Is this my energy? And every single time, the answer is always no. And then I redirect, recorrect. We're reparenting ourselves. Because as much as we love our parents or loved our parents, you know, if they had passed on, they taught us ways that they knew. Not saying it's right, but I can sit back and I can remember my mom trying to tell me certain things about whether it was my biological sisters, my half-sisters, family members, some of her friends, whatever, my friends, whatever the case may be. And she would nitpick something about everybody and tell me something negative about them, why she didn't like them, and she wanted me not to like them too. And to me, it didn't make sense because either I didn't really know the person, so I couldn't make my own judgment call, or I knew them, but I didn't feel that way about them because I didn't see what she was seeing. Because that was her experience, not mine. And the only time that I experienced certain negative things were pertaining, like, she didn't get along with her sister and her mom. I ended up not liking them because of my experience with them. Not hate. I just disliked how they treated me and how they acted. But now where I'm at in my journey, I can sit back and I'm like, I can relate because I have been the one that has been clearing off all the bullshit, freaking generational crap that has come down because nobody else in my family was strong enough to do it. Yet I'm judged for it, and I don't care anymore. I am who I am, and I'm going to be me, and I'm going to lead with my heart. And if people don't like it, not my problem. Keep scrolling. Go doomsday scroll somewhere else, because obviously this knowledge is going right over your head, and until you can, you know, I mean, you can save it and come back to it later when you're at that level of consciousness to be able to integrate it in. Or you can just sit and listen. Yeah, it might trigger you, but it's actually going to benefit you. And I'm not coming at you with ugliness or hatred. I'm coming at you with nothing but pure love from my heart. But that's another thing that we've learned is unconditional love. We've been taught like it's out of our reach. It's somewhere over in the distance. You know, I should actually point that way because the horizon's that way too, but you get what I'm saying. You know, it's like way over there out of reach where we can't get it. And I call bullshit on it. It's right here, right now, in every single moment, but you got to be present for it. You got to, whenever somebody does something kind, whether it's kind words, like, take for instance, somebody's like, oh, hey, I like your shirt. It looks good on you. Thank you. You know, accept that. But do we have to give a compliment back right away? Nah, no, we don't. Just a simple thank you is good. That's not being arrogant. That's not being self-absorbed. That's a little bit of self-love right there. Accepting something nice from people. But we kind of forget along the way how to accept. because we're always giving. We forget how to receive. I mean, just walking down the street, just smile. You're giving love to somebody. That smile's contagious. I mean, walking here to the park, one of my neighbors that was down the street a bit from me, she's putting stuff out, and I was thinking one of two things. She's either about to have a yard sale or she's about to clean her garage, one of the two. So I stopped, I smiled, pulled my headphone off, and I asked her if she was having a yard sale, and she said yeah. And I was like, all right, I'll be back, because there's a few things that I saw that I would like to get for my granddaughter. But just that smile, like her face, she was so in thought. And as soon as I smiled at her, she forgot whatever she was thinking about as she brought a smile to her face. It's contagious in a good way. I mean, you don't have to go out and be doing some miraculous, huge things. A simple smile to people can change their whole day. And then they're sitting there thinking, I don't know that person. Why were they smiling at me? It stops those scattered, silly mind brain thoughts that are coming in, that are intruding for people to be present within themselves. So I guess what I'm sharing today is no matter what you're going through, just remember, somebody might be going through the muck way deeper than you. And even if you're feeling like the world is crashing down on your shoulders and it's a lot to bear, I've been there too. Just stop for a moment. Take a deep breath in. Close your eyes. Maybe place a hand on your heart. And just take that breath. That centers yourself. Maybe we can try it together right now. And close your eyes. Just place your hands on your heart. Deep breath in. All the way down to the belly. Into the chest. Hold that for a moment. And exhale. How's that feel? Did you feel that change? You just changed your own energy. Just like that. That's the magic within you. You don't have to go looking for it externally. It's already right there. And that simple little breath, that simple little moment, reconnected your heart, your body, your mind. You reconnected yourself, but you also reconnected back to Source, to God, to everything and nothing at all at the same time. So I hope that these words have helped you grow in some way. I felt that I needed to speak to my ladies, my sisters, and share the love. Because, I've been kind of posting stuff on my page for the guys to help them see, what they're doing too. But we got to look at ourselves too. What are we doing? Are we still walking in the old energy? Do we want that old world bullcrap, or do we want to create our new world? Not letting somebody else do it. Us. Letting us do it. And ladies, we are the first ones stepping forward. And then the men are following. One change, one shift at a time. And right now, the guys are kind of scared of us because they have watched us go through the muck. And especially if they put us there. Oh boy, are they kind of freaking out right now, because they're just like, oh my God, I did all this to her, and she's coming back. And on that note, I had warned people. Let's see, my youngest is about to turn 14, so I'm going to say about 13 years ago. I warned people that one day I was going to be so strong, they would not be able to handle what I'm coming with. 10 years ago, 13 years ago, I called this shit out. People thought I was talking shit and that they didn't believe me. I don't care. I'm okay with it. Because I know who I am. I remember who I am. It took me a while, and it took me a lot of walking through the muck and fighting these battles that nobody knew about. And then the whole time, my name being dragged through the mud, you know, being spit on and everything. But now, when my name is being spoken, whether it's my birth name or the name I chose for myself to rise up, my name is going to be spoken with respect. Because the minute that somebody disrespects me, they're dealing with not me. Because I'm just sitting back. I'm working on myself. I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't care what anybody else is doing behind my back. It'll all come to the light. But I gotta stay focused on me. Because I refuse to be in the trans of hating, whether it's self-hate or hating others. Those days are done. I'm going to stay in my heart space. I'm going to have love. I'm going to hold space for other people. Some, it might have to be at a distance because they're not ready, and when they come around me, they start trying to verbally attack me. And I'm not having that no more. That's just not allowed. So, what are we going to do from here on out? Are we going to stay in the trans of hate? Or are we going to transcend into love? We have to make that choice. That is our decision to make. And it's a personal decision that everybody has to make. And once you make that decision, there is no going back. You make a contract with yourself, with God, with the universe, with everything and anything, that you are going to stay on the path of love no matter how hard the road is. Keep walking, and some days you might have to take baby steps. Some days you might have to walk backwards to go forwards. Y'all saw that video, you know what I'm talking about. But even that backwards walking that I'm doing, guess what? It's making my whole back strong, from my neck all the way down to my ankles. Why? Because when we were kids, we did stuff like that. We knew what to do as kids. We ended up getting taught different. We ended up getting taught to hate people, to hate things, to hate ourselves. And us women, we've been very much suppressed, just like the guys. Nobody is more suppressed than anyone else, let me tell you that. So, when you're in the muck, just remember, if there's a guy in your life, whether it's your son, a partner, a brother, a friend, just know they might have gone through something just as traumatic as you have. It's hate, division, separation. Those are the three things that they have installed in us for us to forget who we are, where we're going, what we're doing with ourselves. So that way we can be controlled. You want the control to disappear? Get rid of those three things. And I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. But every morning when you wake up, choose gratitude first off, that definitely, oh my gosh, that starts your day off on the right footing, let me tell you. Pick something that you're grateful for. For me, my darkest moments, I chose the sun. I chose the light. Because I knew, in my soul, I knew that that was something that was going to come up every day. It was always going to be there. I can't tell you how I know, I just know. And that was my silver lining through the darkest moments of my life. Pick something that can be there for you at your darkest moments. And I'm not talking about a person, unless it's yourself, okay? Unless it's yourself. Don't pick a person, but pick something that you know is going to be there. That can be your silver lining. I'll even share that you can pick the sun too, because, you know, I'm not hoarding nothing. Even love, gratitude, something. But before you open your eyes in the morning, say one thing you're grateful for. Even if it's the breath of life that you just took. And watch the shift start happening. And it is going, I'm not saying it's going to be a huge shift every day, but it's going to be a shift that helps you transcend things that are weighing you down. And here's another thing. Who told you got to carry these burdens? Tell yourself, I lay these burdens down. These are not mine to carry. Did you feel that? Did you feel that energy come from me when I said that? Because that's what I keep doing. Because a lot of times it's come down the bloodline. We are the bloodlines. So if you don't think it bothers you that way, you're wrong. Sorry, not sorry, you wrong. And the weight of the world is not yours to carry. The weight of your world, your internal world. That's the weight that we need to work through. Do we have to carry it? No. But we can work through it and release it and say thank you. Thank you for showing me the things that I needed to see. But I no longer need you. And I send you with love and release it. All right, ladies, sisters, love you. Peace, love. Find your inner harmony, your inner peace. And don't stop loving yourself, okay? Do one thing for yourself today. Even if it's just looking in the mirror, looking in your eyes and saying, I love you. Even if you don't feel it, it's okay. It's going to feel weird. That's okay. Because one day, it's going to hit you. And man, the tears are going to come. And that's okay too. Sit with it. Feel it. Because that's what we're meant to do. We're meant to feel. And the minute that we stop feeling, that's the minute that you put yourself in your own hell. So, let's change that. Okay? And I'm going to be working on doing more videos. I know I've been slacking here anyway, but not slacking in what I've been doing with myself. And I've also been getting busy with business stuff. I'm very busy, business oriented at the moment. I got several businesses starting, and I've got people working those businesses, well, helping me work those businesses. So I'm not doing it by myself anymore. But, yeah, I'm busy girl at the moment. Or busy woman, lady, yeah. Let's get rid of the girl. inner girl, she's with us. But we're women, we're ladies. It's time to start acting like who we actually are. Keep sharing the love with each other. All right. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, night, wherever you are, and enjoy yourself. Enjoy the people around you. Love hard, ladies. Love hard. No regrets. Okay. Bye.